In this video, I'm going to show you how to set the table up to do rotary. So as you can see now, we've set up for flat plate. Control box is on, machine's out of reset. What we want to do is jog up. It's a little quicker if you bring it over closer to the reference switches. At that point, if you click the button that says Rotary Park, and then just follow the directions. Make sure you do the directions and read them before you click OK. Motion will happen, and you want to make sure that you understand what it's going to do. This will park machine for rotary setup, so we click OK. First thing it's going to do is it raises the Z axis to 5/8 of an inch, references the X, references the Y, rapids over, and goes to the park position. At that point, if you read the screen, it'll say power down control box, then unplug the X-axis motor and plug in rotary motor, then power on and open the rotary profile. So we choose OK, and we do that. We shut down. Okay. What we want to do is power down the control box using the front panel buttons. Disconnect the X-axis motor, plug in the rotary motor, turn the panel back on using the front buttons. Now, torch extension arm came with your machine. You bought the rotary. And 4 quick connects and thumb screws. First thing we want to do is unplug this switch. It's got a little lock on it. That's your Z switch. This is now going to be out here over the top of the rotary. Next thing we want to do is actually remove the torch. We don't have to take it out of its holder because we're still going to use that. Then we want to take this plate off. Install the torch arm, extension arm. Four screws. Get them all started before you snug any of them down. Just snug them down until the little spacers that are on there firm against the Z back plate. Plug our extension in. Same thing here. Really okay if this is crooked because I'll show you in a minute how we're going to adjust that. Torch around, line it up with the V rollers, slide it down, plug this in. So all this was an extension cord for our Z switch offset, so that all still works. Now what we want to do is we want to start up the rotary controller. Take it out of reset and remind you, be sure the rotary axis motor is plugged in, not the A motor. So as you can see, we now have motion that direction and rotary, and the Z is still the same. Now to accommodate different sized pipes, there's a couple of adjustments on here. One being that obviously you can slide your torch inside your clamps to accommodate all the way down to 1 inch or up to 12 inch. To go bigger than that, you may have to slide the tray out further, but what you can do is actually flip this over. This would still mount before you mounted it on, obviously. That's just done right here with this. And you can actually tilt, and it's a good idea to use a level and get this perpendicular to your pipe before you cut it. A couple other things with pipe setup is do not forget to attach your work clamp to this bare steel here. Being that the tray is no longer attached to the machine, you won't cut very well if your work lead is attached to the slats in the table or to the flat steel that you had on there. The rotary itself has 3 adjustable legs, also has a jack and a lock, and that's all there is to it. The tray stays the same height. It also has adjustable legs. The hardest part of setting one of these up is the very beginning, and it seems like a pain in the butt, but once you get it all set up, it never has to be done again. What you want to do is, and it all depends on the diameter pipe you're doing, up to 12 inch, you want 10 inches between here and here. So just take a tape measure and set the tray down and set it 10 inches away. Then what you want to do is you want to set your torch up. What I recommend doing is laying a piece of pipe in that you know is fairly straight. Set your torch up, drop it down, center it on your pipe, set it at 0, jog all the way to the other end, and then move your tray accordingly. That will tell us what we're trying to do is get this pipe on the same plane this direction, flatwise, and also exactly parallel to the motion of the machine. As far as the same plane, isn't quite as important as being parallel because we do have torch height control, but I highly recommend going down, referencing your Z-switch offset, zeroing the machine, jogging it to the other end and using the test bar, and make sure that this pipe is 1/4 of an inch away, the same as it is at the other end. If it's not, you adjust these legs, the adjustable legs, accordingly to tilt the machine forward or backward, or the tray rather, so that it is on the same plane as the flat table. When you set your flat table up, if you use a level and then just use the same level on the tray, you're not going to have any problem. To adjust this to accommodate for different diameter pipe, because your center line changes, you loosen this clamp and then you can jack this up and down accordingly, just spinning the jack. You get it where you want, lock this down. The 3 legs on here on this tray can be used to tilt, to pitch, so it's in line with the pipe. And that is all the adjustments for the rotary. To disassemble, you'll notice in the flat table controller when you go to park it, it'll say that operation must be performed within the rotary, or in the flat table profile. So what we have to do is obviously the reverse of this. Disassemble it, install it all on there, shut the power off to the control box. That's very important. Never plug or unplug a motor from the motor drive with power on to the control box. Start up the flat table and we're ready to go. So it takes about 5 minutes to change over. The more you do it, the quicker it becomes, but it's really doesn't take that long. It takes about 5 minutes to change each direction. So that's it.